Genesis 17 is one of the great passages in the Bible. In verse 1 we read this: "When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, I am God Almighty." God Almighty. This is not a swear word, although some people who haven't thought it through tend to use it as such. God Almighty is the name God reveals to Abram at this moment. I love how God has a way of revealing himself in the ways we need at the right moments. Abram needed to know God as God Almighty at this point in his journey. The Hebrew phrase that we translate as God Almighty is El Shaddai, which literally means all-powerful and all-sufficient. Abram needed that. He needed that knowledge that this God in whom he had trusted was not just a friend, not just a companion, but he was all-powerful and all-sufficient. Perhaps you need that reminder too today. You see, Abram and Sarai were both struggling with the fact that God's promised blessing of a child was not happening for them. We see it in the previous chapters of Genesis. Abram got despondent and doubted. Sarai got ahead of herself and tried to make it happen on her own terms. They were frustrated and impatient. And so God comes to them to reassure them. The power to make this happen rests with me. I am all sufficient, he tells them. I am enough. Trust in me. God was saying to them, nothing is going to stand in the way of my promise. I know it seems bleak. I know it's not going the way you want, but I am El Shaddai, all-powerful, all-sufficient. I've got this. So often, you and I can't see past the obstacles and difficulties, the impossibilities. So we get despondent, we doubt, or we try to make things happen in godless ways. Hear him speaking to you today, friends. Because just as he came to Abram to say, I am God Almighty, so he comes to you and I today to say it again. What's your Isaac? In other words, what's your promise from God that you're waiting to see fulfilled? Keep believing. Keep facing the challenges day in, day out. God Almighty is trustworthy. His very name says it all.